While we have, we can get our doctors back there to help out. Somebody want to go to my doctor's office and just have them?
Yeah, no lo.
All right. Where was I? So, we couldn't do it on the cheap. Now, it may be. Can somebody help out, please, and get Doc Jackson in here?
You're watching the president's end-of-the-year news conference, but clearly there is some sort of medical emergency among a member of the press corps. There's the camera widens out, and the president has offered to use his doctor. We don't know exactly what's going on or who is involved, but it has obviously put a pause on this news conference as this person is attended to.
Our doctor? Of course.
President once again making sure that there is medical attention.
In the meantime,
on the
just
way
give her a
for
little
this
bit.
person.
Doctor will be here in a second.
President answering questions right now about Syria and the decisions he made and his sense of responsibility for what is taking place right now as we watch what may be the final days or even hours of Aleppo. Children in the crossfire increasingly during on and off evacuations of that city as Syrian forces have moved in overwhelming numbers in recent days. Some going to other rebel-held areas, but clearly this is an important...
You guys know where the doctor's office is?
This is kind of an odd moment. The president essentially directing...
Just go through the palm doors.
President...
It's right next to the map room.
President directing medical care.
There he is. All right, there's Doc Jackson.
White House press room is a rather small room, as you can see there, and it is packed, as our Peter Alexander noted, that unusually full.
So, and I don't mean that. I mean that with all sincerity. I understand the impulse to want to do something, but ultimately what I've had to do is to think about what can we sustain, what is realistic, and my first priority has to be what's the right thing to do for America. And it has been our view that the best thing to do has been to provide some support to the moderate opposition, so that they could sustain themselves and that you wouldn't see anti-Assad regime sentiments just pouring into al-Nusra and al-Qaeda or ISIL. That we engaged our international partners in order to put pressure on all the parties involved and to try to resolve this through diplomatic and political means. I cannot claim that we've been successful. And so that's something that, as is true with a lot of issues and problems around the world, I have to go to bed with every night. But I continue to believe that it was the right approach given what realistically we could get done. Absent a decision, as I said, to go in a much more significant way. And that, I think, would not have been sustainable or good for the American people, because we had